and they're great fun. But right now we're going to be talking about another type of fun, which is travel. And to Europe. You went to Paris. Is that where you went? Oh my goodness. Julia, tell us about it. You're with the Schenectady School District and you bring teachers and students. Is that correct?
This past July, I took 4 high school students and 2 adults. We took an in-depth tour of Paris with educational foundation tours.
Okay, so you went to the Louvre and you went to Montmartre. Yeah.
And the purpose of these tours is to really get children, young people and young adults, to get them out of their comfort zone and to visit European countries and see a little bit of the world.
Yeah. And find out that if you can't speak the language, you are.
Yes, sometimes it could be a little tough, but for the most part, if you can say things like merci, bonjour, au revoir,
just make an effort to learn a few words.
A few words, and they really appreciate it.
Yeah,
but most of the people that we interacted with spoke English.
Yeah.
And really wanted to speak English too.
So let's see some of the photos that you brought, and then maybe you can walk us through some of those. We have the photos there? Okay, good. Oh, okay. Well,
this is the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
Now we flew we flew out of Albany to JFK and then to Charles de Gaulle International Airport. And this is one site you visit
a lot of security.
A lot of security. But this was the Arc de Triomphe. And here's the picture, panoramic view of the Eiffel Tower.
Were you there when they lit it up?
Oh, we went back at night.
Yeah, okay,
it's gorgeous.
I hear it's only lit up for a short period of time.
Just a short period, about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and it goes off again. Now this is the White Sepulchre, the Sepulchre. And as you as you go in the front, you'll see a lot of musicians, artisans. But when you go behind the church, that is where you find all the artisans are at, and all
those
shops.
Montmartre,
right?
Yeah.
And the students had a great time there. They were just amazed. The first night we were there in Paris, I said, I'm a little directionally challenged. I said, but I think we can get there. See, it's right there, Miss. And they said, Miss Holcomb, we can really do that. And I said, of course you can. Yeah. So about a 45-minute walk, we walked it, and it was really worth the while.
And there's just artists all over the place.
All over the place. And wonderful places to eat. Now this is a picture of the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Mirrors in the Chateau Versailles. And
so you got to go.
So we got to go inside the Versailles. And as you walk down this one corridor, there are just chandeliers and mirrors on both sides. And so you can just imagine Louis XVI walking down and just looking at himself, in these mirrors, and it's just gorgeous. It's just phenomenal.
They probably didn't pay a lot of property tax.
Well, none at all. None at all. That's why
not when you're the king. It's good to be the king, right?
And the thing about this is that there's so much to see in the chateau. You could spend maybe a month there and still not see anything.
Still not see everything.
And the gardens are just phenomenal.
How do the kids like it?
They're just amazed. And we got to see some of the salons where Maria Antoinette. They said you just couldn't believe the opulence.
Oh, the opulence.
Silk on the wall, the silk, just phenomenal.
If they could buy it, they got it, right?
They got it. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, this was the famous Moulin Rouge, Revolville. And of course, the students, underage, you couldn't go there.
And the tickets are not cheap,
They're not cheap. It's about 165 euros. But it's very...
And that's double, if you double that in American money.
It's about $300. But the adults that did go to it, and by the way, we were paired with a group from Virginia. It was a high school principal and his students and his teachers.
Oh, nice.
And then another teacher and 3 or 4 students
so
from Seattle, Washington.
Great experience for the kids.
Oh, yeah, because we just mixed and mingled different parts of the country. Here's the Pacific Northwest and the South, and here we have the Great Northeast.
Yeah.
But they said that the show was just phenomenal, very, very good taste.
Yeah.
And the reason why I took a picture of the Moulin Rouge is because Josephine Baker was a vaudeville.
What a voice
I know, yes.
Had.
And so
she was a star there. In the U.S., it was
during that time, we had racial discrimination. So she made her name.
But she was a big star in France.
In France. And if folks do want to go to Paris, there is a black history tour of blacks that were involved in the French history.
Oh my God!
And they can take you on that.
Yes. So instrumental.
Very.
That's music, but same thing.
Yes.
Good.
And these are some of the students. These are 4 seniors, and a couple of them came to me last year and said, "Miss Holcomb, we want to go on a trip, but we don't have a lot of money. Can you find us an expensive tour?" And I said, "Sure." And they said, "What about Paris?" I said, "Okay, we'll go to Paris." So. And then one evening we took a ride along the Seine River just to look at some of the different houses, and of course we passed the Eiffel Tower and it's just gorgeous.
So you had a great trip. Now you take teachers as well.
Teachers as well. Now this trip we're taking this July, And we are having an informational meeting this Saturday, October 25th, at the high school, 11 o'clock. We're taking them to, let's see, Greece, Italy, and Spain for 12 days.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And we'll see things
Mediterranean.
like Mediterranean. It'll be wonderful.
The food will be wonderful.
Food will be wonderful. The people will be wonderful, and the history that students learn. You know, they read about in their textbooks. They see on the internet. They can actually see this and really appreciate it.
Yeah,
But
the Moroccan influence there. I mean, it's really going to be very, very interesting.
And so, you know, we welcome all teachers, all students, high school, 9th through 12th grade, and
is it just the Schenectady schools? Or?
Anyone that wants to come.
Okay, so if they're watching right now, and you live in the capital region, give Julia a call, and perhaps you can get some of your students involved. Is there a limit on the number of kids?
No, there is no limit.
No limit?
No limit.
Oh my gosh.
And again, family members, if you want to, if you say, oh, you know, Grandma, I had a Catherine, she was 70 years old, and we hung out together, and she brought her her niece with her. See? So it can be a family affair.
I want to thank you so much for doing something so neat and getting people involved with it. To me, we really need to become more international in our thinking.
We do.
Because that's how you make friends, and then it isn't
lifelong friends.
Them and us, it's us together.
It's us together.
Yeah, Julia, thank you so much
You're
for being here today. And you can get a hold of her, just contact the high school. Is it you're at the high school or the administration center?
I'm at the high school.
At the high school. And perhaps no matter where you live, try and hook up with her. Bring the kids to take them to another country. And they do say travel is broadening. It is. It's not just the cruises that make you broad. It's your mind too.
It's your mind too.
Julia Holcomb from Schenectady Schools.